guys, it's Vino91, and I'm bringing you my thoughts on Sony's E3 Conference. Now Sony's conference kind of began a little weird because it was like they were in this different building and then they moved to the other building and everything. It was just very weird. I'm not exactly sure what was with that conference because not only was that whole moving building thing weird, but the whole kind of conference, it felt like Sony was on cruise control. Like what I said in my video. Sony kind of was like, we're just going to put this stuff out there and we're just going to do that. Now, they did have some new announcements. They had Nioh 2, which was probably the biggest surprise of the conference. They had Ghost of Tsushima. They had Resident Evil 2, even though that's kind of a remake, not really a new game. They had Control, that weird-looking, like, Marty voice actor game. And then they had some gameplay. They had some gameplay Last of Us 2, which was alright. They had the Ghost of Tsushima gameplay, which was probably the best gameplay I've seen of the conference because it was really good gameplay. It looked like a much better than your average hack and slash. So what they had at the conference was all right. I'm not gonna lie. At the same time, it was just not enough. It's like when you go to like a fancy restaurant and they give you this tiny little plate of food, and the food may be good, it may be all right, but it's not something to satisfy you. I tell you, Sony is really on cruise control, and if they're not careful, while they're on cruise control, someone else may just whiz by them, because I don't understand. It was just that conference. Like, I can't really say anything particularly bad about a lot of the games that were there, but there was just not enough. It was like I said, like just a bite. It may have been an alright bite, but that's all it was. It was a bite. And I'm sorry, there wasn't enough like stuff there that really intriguing. They had the gameplay, the gameplay was okay, and the Spider-Man gameplay looked amazing, but at the same time, it just makes me kind of think like Sony just didn't have much stuff to really show, so they just showed what they had, and they were like, okay, that's enough. And it just kind of made me think, it just feels like a lack of trying on their part. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that they're not trying, but that's what it just feels like. It feels like they weren't really into it, like, they're the leading in the console war right now. Like I said, cruise control. It felt like they're on cruise control. It just feels like Sony isn't trying that hard. I'm sorry. That's just what it feels like to me. Nothing really. Like Nioh 2 was probably the biggest surprise there, and like I said, Ghost of Tsushima was probably the best gameplay. But other than that, the other stuff was like Death Stranding gameplay. It doesn't even really explain what the game's really about. That was just not, it just wasn't really something that really would make me want to buy the game. I'm like, what is this game even about? It just feels like Sony is just going by. They're like, oh, all right, I'm going to use this term, going through the motions. That's what it feels like Sony is at this point. Anyway, what do you guys think about Sony's E3 conference? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. May God bless you all.